Let me tell you something. When you building a brand, when you building an entity, when you building an empire, you got to have patience. Ain't nothing gonna come overnight. Everything happens over time, not overnight. You got to understand that you got to believe in this vision even when nobody else can see it but you. You got to stay consistent. People buying into your consistency. People staying with you because you persistent. You staying with it. You got to stay on it. And you got to stay on it like you want it. You can't give up because it's taking too long. You don't never know when it's going to blow. It take 1 second for you to change your life forever. Just 1 second of saying, this ain't gonna happen to me no more. Like when the Jews said the Holocaust wasn't never gonna happen to them no more. It ain't never happened since. 1 second could change your life. You could be down in one day and up the next. Stay consistent. It ain't gonna happen overnight. It's gonna happen over time. You gotta have 5 to 10 year patience. See, 5 years is gonna take you to build you a foundation. The 10-year process gonna take the build on top of the foundation that you built to build your empire. And see, what you got to understand, while you done planted the seed, your dream is a seed. And when you water that seed every day, it grow into a tree, from a tree to a motherfucking fruit. And you can eat from that fruit for the rest of your motherfucking life. But you got to have patience, because it ain't going to come when you want it to come. Sometimes the process, you understand me, is what strengthens you from when the progress show up. You might not just be strong enough to handle a hurricane when the motherfucking Hurricane Andrew blow through your motherfucking foundation, because you ain't strong enough mentally. You ain't strong enough with your patience. You ain't disciplined enough to withstand that kind of motherfucking duration of that pounding that your business gonna take. And see, what you gotta understand, business is problems. See, anytime you dealing with business, business is the ability to solve problem solutions. That's what the fuck you in business for. When you need gas in your car, you go to a gas station. That's solving the problem. When you need food, you go to a restaurant. That's solving the problem. You hungry. So you got to be patient when you trying to find out what type of problems you finna solve for people, because you trying to build a business and an empire and an entity. And this shit gonna last forever. This gonna feed your kids. And you got to be patient enough to understand this shit, man. Yeah, this shit ain't gonna happen overnight. And you got to be patient. I'm telling you, when you feel like giving up, man, you got to dig deep. You got to go inside yourself and find yourself and understand why the fuck you started. Sometimes you got to look back behind you and be like, man, why the fuck I started this shit in the first place? Why I wanted to do this? Because you're going to get worried sometimes. You're going to get discouraged sometimes. Sometimes it's going to feel like it ain't never going to happen. And that's when the moment of truth arrives. That when God going to bless you. Because see, God said, if you have faith as big as a grain of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. So if you had enough patience and faith in yourself as big as this grain of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. I'm talking about a mustard seed. You can move mountains, man. You can move that dream into a reality. And right now, you ain't doing that. You feeling discouraged. You letting your friends see. I'm going to tell you something, man. Stop telling your friends what you about to do, man. When you don't tell nobody what the fuck you about to do, you can always restart. The moment you start telling people what the fuck you about to do, you can't start over or veer away from that, because you done told motherfuckers what you got to do. So when you don't do it the way you say you was finna do it, get what you look like? A big old liar. But if you never told nobody, if you never told a soul, they can't judge you off what the fuck you said you were gonna do. So you can always go back to that plan. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You can always adjust that plan and advance that plan, because that plan gonna start up with the way you thought it was supposed to go, but then you gonna have to change that motherfucker so many times because it ain't gonna go the way you thought it was supposed to go. Yeah, God got a different plan. Yeah, you got the plan of man, but God got a different plan. And see, I'm gonna tell you something else. What is your strategy? Yeah, when you out here, what the fuck is your strategy? Are you strategizing about how you finna get inside this type of building, or a type of inside this environment you need to be in to make your plan manifest? Are you strategizing? Are you marketing yourself right? Are you promoting yourself right? Stop looking at people money and counting what the fuck money your nigga got in his pocket, and start worrying about what he did to get the money, so you could do that shit too and get yourself about that fucked up situation you in. You right here counting your dog pocket. Oh yeah, he got it. My nigga got it. Your nigga got it because he went out there and get it. You got to get it too. You understand, man? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing for you, man. I'm gonna tell you something right motherfucking now. Be patient. And see, I'm gonna tell you something else, man. The problem I got with niggas, man, is when something working for somebody else, they want to do what the fuck they seen this nigga do, and then hate on the nigga when it don't work for them the way it's working for that nigga. But that might not be your calling. You got to find your calling. Everything somebody else doing, that ain't meant for you. That's meant for them. And see, what's meant for you is for you. It ain't meant for them either. They found they calling, you got to find yours. It might just not be meant what you want to do right now. That might not be what God got for you. Find your calling. Cause see, your gift gonna make room for you. See, your gift gonna bring people about that help this motherfucking goal and this dream you got in your mind come into manifestation. Yeah, get next to these people. Change your mindset. You got to strategize. You got to plan. You got to motherfucker take affirmative action on that plan. And you got to go every day until that dream pay. And see, I'm going to tell you something else. Don't be no fool. Yeah, I always tell people quit your job and make your dream pay you. But what I didn't tell you is before you quit your job, save enough overhead. So when you quit your job, you got enough money to pay your bill for 6 months to a motherfucking year. Cause your plan ain't gonna just take off. McDonald's ain't just magically appear 1 billion served. They had to go through some motherfucking fixing and pitching around this bitch. And you gonna have to go through it too. Don't give up on your motherfucking dream, bro. Stay patient. It gonna come a day after you quit. And if you quit, that's it. You can't start over. And you know how many people waiting on you to quit so they can say that nigga ain't shit? Don't quit, my nigga. Stay patient. Stay disciplined. Gotta be disciplined to win. You gotta have the army discipline to win. Understand what the fuck I'm saying? I swear, I feel like this your season. It's a new year approaching. This your year. But what are you doing to make this shit come into affirmative action? Are you just waiting on somebody to come and give you a record deal? Are you just waiting on somebody to come sign you to be this big model you think you gonna be? Nah, bro. Get out here and get on your motherfucking grind. Ain't nobody gonna give you shit. They don't owe you shit either, man. WeTheMotherfuckingBusiness.com. Y'all make sure y'all go buy the motherfucking shirts. WeTheBusiness.com. Support the movement. Make sure you sign up to my Patreon. Patreon.com/Nino Brown. Support the movement. I'm doing it for the homeless right now. Another thing is a lot of people don't give back. A lot of people don't want to give nobody shit. You want something, but you don't want to give nobody nothing. And that's why God ain't blessing you. Because God don't bless haters. And God don't bless motherfuckers that just want to take shit all day, but don't want to give nobody nothing. Who you helped out. Yeah, you only as big as the motherfucker you made big. Make somebody else big. Make somebody else day to day, man. Understand what the fuck I'm saying. Real business 101. We the business.